Good day, here are the headlines from the Philippine News Agency. A lawmaker has called on Canada to reconsider the travel advisory it issued on parts of Mindanao due to security issues. In a statement, Cagayan de Oro's 2nd District Representative Rufus Rodriguez appealed to Canadian Ambassador to the Philippines, David Hartman, to rethink the advisory, which he said would affect the entire island. The advisory warns Canadian nationals to avoid non-essential travel, particularly to northern Mindanao, Zamboanga Peninsula, Soc-Sargen, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, Caraga, and Davao Region. It was issued in light of the bombing at the Mindanao State University Gymnasium in Marawi City on December 3 last year. Rodriguez, however, said Mindanao is generally safe and the bombing incident was an isolated case. He also noted that several areas are economically progressive and that the advisory will hinder economic growth in the region. Rodriguez advised Philippine security officials to discuss with the Canadian government the real situation in Mindanao. In other news, the Philippine Coast Guard is looking into the latest incident of China's harassment in the West Philippine Sea, this time on Filipino fisherfolk from Zambales. Commodore J. Tariela, Coast Guard spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, said they have obtained a video of the incident at the Bajo de Masinloc or Scarborough Shoal. The video by Jack Tabat, a fisherman aboard the fishing boat Legendary Joe, showed the Chinese Coast Guard members harassing them as they were collecting seashells. In a statement, Tabat said the CCG members forced them to throw back the seashells they collected back into the sea. One of the CCG personnel also grabbed their boat and prevented them from leaving. Tariela said the PCG is working on getting statements from the fisherfolk involved in the incident. This is the latest in a string of harassment incidents by the Chinese Coast Guard against Filipino military and civilian vessels and fisherfolk. Earlier, Tariela said despite the aggression and harassment by China in the West Philippine Sea, the PCG will not respond in a similar manner. At least 884 local government units have received signatures backing amendments to the 1987 Constitution via the People's Initiative. Commission on Elections spokesperson John Rex Laudianco said they have started counting the signatures, although they have not yet received a petition. He adds they are scrutinizing the signatures to ensure they are from active registered voters listed in their database. Meanwhile, he said the COMELEC has yet to reveal a specific timeline for a possible plebiscite for the People's Initiative since they are still verifying the signatures. COMELEC Chair George Garcia earlier stressed the Commission has yet to gather enough signatures for the plebiscite to happen within 6 months. A People's Initiative for charter change can be filed through a petition of at least 12% of the total number of registered voters. From this number, there must be at least 3% of the registered voters from each legislative district. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has ordered government agencies to adopt energy-saving measures in line with the Government Energy Management Program or GEMP. In Administrative Order 15 issued on January 16, all government agencies and instrumentalities, including government corporations, are hereby directed to ensure efficient and judicious utilization of energy. Local government units are also encouraged to do the same. In line with this, all concerned government agencies are urged to accelerate the implementation of GEMP and relevant resolutions of the Department of Energy's Interagency Energy and Efficiency Conservation Committee. Offices are likewise directed to adopt and institutionalize low-cost energy efficiency and conservation measures. The GEMP aims to reduce the government's monthly consumption of energy and fuel through efficient use and conservation. An official of the Commission on Higher Education or CHED has been meted with a 90-day preventive suspension for supposed grave misconduct, neglect in the performance of duty, and abuse of authority. The Office of the President imposed the sanction to Commissioner Alvin Darilag, who is a presidential appointee. It also tasked the CHED to conduct a fact-finding investigation and determine whether Darilag should face formal charges. Darilag was a subject of a complaint last year alleging that he had abused his power as CHED Commissioner and misused public funds. At a Senate hearing, he denied that he was using public funds to pay for his family's travel expenses. Last week, another commissioner, Jo Mark Libre, was found guilty by the Office of the Ombudsman of charges of nepotism and grave misconduct. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the PNA headlines. For more news updates, please visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account, via the News and Information Bureau website, nib.gov.ph under PNA News, or on the Facebook page of the Presidential Communications Office, or PCO. I'm Benj Bondok, and this is PNA Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.